Sneak Show podcast, and it a Sneak Show
Yo.
podcast, and it a Sneak Show
Which episode are we in? Episode
episode 4
4. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sneak
Let's
Show
go.
podcast, and it's a
Snake Show. I'm Wah.
yes.
I am Wah. And
Oh snap! I'm falling asleep at the wheel.
it's all good. It's all good.
Ready. Well, go ahead and intro.
And this is Quan. Wah.
Yes,
Quan.
we are here.
Quan Wah.
Yes, I'm Quan. This is Wah.
All right. All right. All right.
As y'all can see by the hold on the pop up.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
Yep. So that's why I'm Quan. Yeah. So we here, Sneak Show podcast, episode 4, week 4. It's been cool. We've been a whole month in, man. We done covered all of December. You know what I'm saying? I feel, I feel good now that we done got through a whole month. This stuff is starting to feel a whole lot more comfortable. You got anything to say? Anything about the fourth podcast? We in there a whole
I'm
month.
excited, a little bit out of it today, but
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here, ready to get it going today, and just excited. We made it to episode 4, and we're gonna keep going.
And we gonna keep going.
Yes. So it's a quiet week, you know. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit out of it. It's a very quiet week this coming week, and we got a couple of shoes to discuss, but nothing in the major department. Um, First, I think we should discuss the first one,
Yeah.
the Adidas.
Yeah.
Um,
Jumping right into it.
yes, we're gonna jump right into it. I mean, why not?
Why not?
Yeah. So, the first one we're going to discuss is the Yeezy, the 350 V2
Mm-hmm.
compact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, it has a longer name, but it's the 350 V2 compact. I'm not sure how it's gonna look in person. It looks like an interesting Yeezy. It looks like one of the more interesting ones. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
In feet, on the feet, and in hand.
Yeah.
But it's not the best looking shoe for the Yeezy. Um, but I'm excited to see what he does with it. It kind of looks like it's knitted.
Mm-hmm.
The shoe looks knitted, but we'll see what he does with it. Release date is actually tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The 6th. Am I right? Is it this? No,
It's
the
the
11th, the 13th,
You said the what?
the tomorrow. Oh, the 6th.
The 6th. The 6th is
So it'll be
tomorrow.
releasing tomorrow, the 6th. So
Yes.
that's the Yeezy 350 compact.
Yep.
As you could see, it has a different kind of 350 look. So if you're interested, I think it'll be on a different side.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say the full name: the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Compact
Hmm.
Slate Blue. I
Let's
like the
go.
gum bottom. The gum bottom looks dope. Um, I do think that the contrast between I think that's a blue and I think that's a gray. I think the contrast between them is cool. I always love gum bottom, and then you got like the blue and the grays. I feel like that's a solid combo. You can do a lot of versatile things wearing casual. You can wear it urban. You can wear it however you want to wear it. But I think it's some versatility in it. Um, will I try to get it? Mm, I don't know. I've yet to pull the trigger on any Yeezy yet so far. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, it's not my type of shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not my type.
yeah,
But I think we should go on to the next one. What you think?
yeah. We can move on to the
Should we
next
go
one.
to the Golden Girl collections?
The Golden
The
Gals.
Golden Girl. Nike going towards the Golden Girls.
Yes, yes,
The first one we're gonna talk about is the Dunk Low.
yeah.
Is the Golden Girl Dunk Low.
The Golden Gals.
Oh, gals.
Yes,
Excuse
yes,
me.
yeah. I was look. Yeah, when we was talking about this, I was wondering if this was gonna be some kind of paying homage to the show, The Golden Girls, you know, and I don't know. I didn't see that it was. I didn't see anything about it being such. Like a lot of people hinting at it. A lot of people think that's what it is. I guess. Um,
Usually when Nike names stuff like that, like straight in your face, usually
yeah,
that's what we assume.
yeah. I mean, and it's only weird because there's no gold in the shoe, and I don't. It's there aren't any comparisons that I could think to really draw parallels between Nike because I mean Golden Girls they like I didn't necessarily follow watch the show, but my grandmother's, my mom, women in my family, they watched it. I've watched it before. Been those days you just be sitting there, and it's pretty funny. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a funny show, but I still don't know uh if it's gonna be anything related. It could be.
I need to do
It'd be
more
nice to see.
research in it because the color
Yeah,
could mean something with the Golden Girls.
yeah,
It could be one of the Golden Girls color. I think the only name I could remember is Blanche, but it's one of their colors. That's what I would assume.
maybe the gray hair. Maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe, but I'm thinking, because it's not gold, maybe something with the color on of the ladies. Also moving along, we have the other Golden Girl.
Mhm.
I didn't even know about this one until you told me, which is the Air Max Golden Girl.
Yeah.
I knew about the Dunk, but I didn't know about the Air Max, and I mean, I guess I see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
The Air Max is not my style. I think it's kind of redundant for them to make an Air Max. Also, they should have stopped at the Dunk.
And that's where I'm not sure. That's why I wonder if this is something else. And forgive me if there is a explanation to why it's Golden Gals. I looked it up. I tried to look and see. I didn't find anything right away, but I think it's I don't know. I think it's cool. This one I think falls more in line because it actually has gold into it. I do like the color scheme. Again, I'm all about the browns and golds and those kind of chocolate melanin textured colors. I love those colors.
Lost me at Air Max.
They lost you at Air Max.
Air Max.
I,
I'm not an Air Max person. I used to be, but wearing Air Max, I learned that Air Max are made a little bit snug.
yeah,
So I tend to grow to not like it as much as I used to back in the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a cousin. Well, I do got cousins. They do love the Air Maxes. A few of my cousins are. I'm not gonna say that they all from up top, but they're definitely from New York, so it's probably regional. Definitely where you are. I definitely know people that stay here in the South that like the Air Max too, that love the Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely think it's definitely somewhat regional. But if you if you're into the Air Maxes, this is probably I guess this will definitely probably be something good, something that dope to be able to get your grandmother, girlfriend, mother,
Mm-hmm.
surprise them,
Like
get it.
like like the woman in your life.
Yes. And oh, does that one? Hold on. Does that release on the ninth? Or did I get that date wrong?
The Air Max. Let's see.
Before I make a mistake.
Honestly, I don't see the Air Max on my list on the ninth. I think it is the ninth.
It might be the ninth. Hmm. Hopefully that's right. If not,
Yeah, I think it is the ninth.
yes. But
Yeah.
de- but definitely check out your sneaker calendars.
Yes.
Definitely follow if you haven't found your sneaker calendar
Look
yet.
for the Golden Girls collection.
Yes, and definitely be sure to, like in your apps, whenever you download from whatever store you like to shop with, be sure to check their upcoming calendars, their upcoming release calendars. There are also a few different places that specialize, like a few different apps that specialize in just following shoe calendars. So definitely check those out. They're pretty helpful. So if this week it just happened to be a little slow week, you don't have too many things coming out this week that we
A
really,
little slow. It's like
yeah.
third or slow, like slot slow.
It's a couple things. Well, these are the few shoes that we came across that we think might be of any interest to us. So there are definitely other things coming out as always. So definitely be sure to check out all of those other places, see what else is coming out. Um, there are definitely gonna be plenty of things that may meet your eye that don't necessarily meet ours. So definitely go out there and don't hesitate to, on those breaks when you just might be scrolling Instagram or Facebook, whatever, slide into your sneaker app. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what you find in there. As a matter of fact, that kind of leads into what we're talking about this week. What you will find in your sneaker app, whatever sneaker app it may be, you never know what it could be you will find. There's a lot of different things going on in the sneaker world that are worth talking about. It's worth having a conversation.
Oh yeah, there's always something going on. Some sales going on. There's depending on what you want to wear. They said buy what you wear. So there's always stuff going on in between the weeks. I'm sure there's gonna be a shock drop. I'm sure there's gonna be exclusive access, all that stuff because it's such a quiet week. So don't think because it's a quiet week that there's nothing that's gonna happen. So don't be surprised. Don't take me looking bored because of this week or me saying it's quiet this week as it actually going quiet. We will come to you guys next week and talk about different shoes that shock drop or early releases or whatever the case may be. So don't take that as it's quiet and you could go to sleep. You gotta stay woke. You
Gotta
know.
stay woke out here in these sneaker streets.
Yeah, if you don't stay woke, you're gonna miss out. So don't listen to what we're saying because we're looking by a schedule. But this shoe company, this sneakers company, they change things around. So just stay woke and don't listen to us, but take it as a grain of salt because they will change things up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're not claiming to have all the answers, but we're just gonna call it. We're just telling y'all how we see it. We see a lot of movement going around. We don't know where everything gonna fall once the dust settles, but there have been a few different things that have been changing. So as always, if I'm not mistaken, it's always been changes in how sneakers have been releasing, how you know how product gets to consumer, how that whole process goes. There's always been change, but now this is something that would you say this is fairly new?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean things are always changing though. I don't want to even say fairly new. Could have been like this a while back before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, mm, yeah, I will say this.
All right.
For my own sake. In my age, in my sneaker age.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're gonna get right into today's topic. We're gonna get into today's topic.
Let's go. Today's topic, guys. Let's talk about today's topic. Again, we try to pick topic by what's going on during the week. We try to add our events and all that, into the releases and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just trying to stay relevant. That's trying to give y'all relevant
yeah,
information.
yeah, yeah,
You
based
know,
on what's going on. So this week we decided to bring you the state of
sneaker purchasing.
thank you because I lost my eyes there for a second. If you don't notice,
It's all good, man. It's all good.
the state of sneaker purchasing. We chose to do the state of sneaker purchasing this week because we realized that there's been a couple of changes going on with the way sneaker selling and buying has been going on. Um, I know for years people have been saying it's just not the way it used to be. Buying shoes is just not the way it used to be. Last year they said that, 2 years ago they said that, and it's actually true. Buying sneakers is never the same way every year. It changes every year. But
Oh, we lost us for a second.
are we good?
Oh, had a little technical difficulty
Yeah,
right
we
there
had a
for a
little
second.
technical difficulties, but like I was saying, the state of sneaker purchasing, has always changed. As changed almost every year. It's always been different every year, but I feel we needed to talk about it because a lot of changes have been implemented, and not only are changes being implemented, we are seeing things happening differently. We are seeing people getting letters. We are seeing all kind of things. The first thing we're going to discuss is the letter. You know, we're going to talk about the letter that was issued to most. How can I put it? Issued to most of the. Well, not most. Right now, one store is confirmed. There might be more stores confirmed, or they might. I mean, not even confirmed. There might be more stores that are out there that we don't know. But one store was confirmed to get a letter. Okay, and I'm gonna read the letter for the people and for them to make their own judgment. Again, I'm saying one store has been confirmed to get this letter, okay? And it was a dear partner. COVID 19 continues to impact the global supply chain and create transportation disturbances. As a result of this dynamic and unprecedented situation, we regret to inform you that Nike future orders in SP22, SU22, and the balance of HO21 will be cancelled. This means any HO21 orders that have not yet shipped will not be fulfilled, nor will any orders from SP22 or SU22. In addition to these same supply chain changes, Nike will not offer at once orders until further notice. We understand that this decision is difficult information to hear. Our goal is to resume supply as soon as possible, and we are committed to communicating transparent and timely updates about future seasons. And it says, please contact your Nike Marketplace partner representative with any questions. All right. So you guys see the letter yourself. You read it yourself. This was actually shared by someone on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And reading this, I'm not trying to make any speculations, but if I could guess what's happening, like I said, though, it's confirmed that one store got this. But if I could guess what's happening is that some third party buyers, not Foot Locker, not Finish Line, but some smaller store that usually get the exclusive shoes, they probably won't be able to get it due to the shortage of drivers. As we all hear the situation with the pandemic and the docks and drivers and all that. So we're thinking, well, I'm thinking that they're literally warning people that there might be a shortage and they will not be releasing any shoes to those stores up until during the summer.
Yeah. So to me, yeah, that's pretty much what I get. So for me, what I got from it is that Nike has decided that the smaller independent vendors, or people that aren't necessarily Nike stores or Foot Locker, Foot Action, whatever, outside of those stores, they're not going to get many of the new releases.
Any of the new
Any
releases.
of the new releases. And I think that's understandable. I could see Nike saying, okay, instead of trying to sprinkle out our product to every single store, maybe let's, what I'm saying, change it up a little bit and let's just get it to come to a few places. So maybe so instead of maybe the whole Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill area all getting it in different places, they'll probably just pick one essential place. So just how you do any reservation or any, you know, like go for any sneaker. You know how they have the in store thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking they may just be like, okay, so instead of it being available at all of these stores, they're only going to be available to these specific, which I think is going to cause a little bit more problem, just because it was already tough sometimes. Like you may have to go to Greensboro or Charlotte or Raleigh, a house of hoops, wherever you can, like the closest house of hoops or whatever, which is not. So I could see how it could present some obstacles for people getting shoes, especially during the holiday season. Like, so I think there's still that aspect of like showing up in person shopping that, you know, these stores they rely on. If anything, I believe shoes like still coming out in stores maybe the only thing keeping those stores in those places. You know, of course, people like the clothes, people like the sportswear, but all in all, I think that it's definitely the shoes are the draw. So I'm interested to see how that impacts those businesses because financially, you know, what if that's something they depend on? You know, that's a
I believe it will make shoes more exclusive.
yeah.
I believe it will make shoes more exclusive. I still believe that it's gonna be more towards the mom and pop stores that have the vending license. To get Nike product. I think they're the ones that are going to be more kicked in the backside.
Yeah.
I think it might affect some of those stores, but I think those most of those stores they have backup plans. They have other things they have in their store. They still have Adidas. They still this is just straight from Nike. So let's hope that they still have those other places. But for me, as someone that like exclusivity of shoes, I'm excited to see what comes out of this.
Yes.
But that's just me, you know. Um. Also, the raffles. you know uh Before the pandemic, it was you get your raffle, you go pick up your raffle, you go home, and that's it. Sometimes even when you get more than one sizes, like an adult size, kid size, before the pandemic they will let you take it.
Mhm.
Now it's like they raffling off diamond.
Mhm.
It's like the raffling of diamond. These companies are telling people they can't get their shoes ever since the pandemic because they're assuming everybody is buying raffles.
Mhm.
Um, Before the pandemic, you could see people will show up at the store even though they didn't win the raffle. They'll be able to wait until everybody gets their shoe, and whoever is left over, they will
Mhm.
sell the shoes that's left over to the people.
Mhm.
Now, it's not even they sell the shoe; they'll pretty much make you go home and saying that the shoes is going to the people that didn't win the raffle. That they're gonna select people from the raffle losses to get the rest of the shoes.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing. Back in the day, people would literally be in line waiting for everybody to pick up the raffle. And as soon as time runs out, they start giving the people in line the shoes to get the shoes. But now they will tell you no, nobody gets the shoes. They're just gonna go back to the raffle and select you know, some non-winners for them to get the leftovers.
Yeah.
That's one of the difference in the raffle. Raffles became even more exclusive.
Yeah. And I think that's
It
there's and I feel like that's bittersweet. That's very bittersweet
is.
because I could definitely have two. I could definitely create two scenarios where that works out to be cool. Scenario over here, I didn't get a reservation, and I just so happened to be in the mall, and just through sheer luck, they have one in my size because someone didn't come pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I luck up and I get that shoe. And then scenario two, well, I didn't win the raffle. I don't regularly go to the mall, um, just casually anyway. So I would like an opportunity to at a second turn at the raffle if somebody don't come get it. Why should I get beat out by the person that
That's at the
shows up?
store.
Yeah, that shows up at the store. You know.
It's a double-edged sword. Well, I get it. You're absolutely right. They should give the people that enter the raffle the first choice. You are 100% right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder what happens when someone doesn't show, even the person that lost, that get given a second chance. What if they don't take it?
Yeah, and then that's I guess what we're gonna see, and that's probably what. Well, they probably all go. Well, I think in the event of that, they probably just say, okay, then we just have to sell it to whoever first come first serve.
Yeah.
But it you never know. You never know.
Yes. Another thing is the Nike app, the sneaker app. So we all know the app was first come first serve. Remember when you used to go to the app exactly 10 a.m. You hurried up and entered the shoe. The first person that gets it gets the shoe, and then all of a sudden you woke up one day and you have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They give you 10 minutes in your raffle. They say you have 10 minutes to enter it. A draw. They give you 10 minutes in a draw. You have 10 minutes to enter. Once you have 10 minutes to enter, when 10 minutes is up, it tells you if you win or lost. I don't know if the pandemic started that or if it was the whole and Hilbert case. The old president of Nike or CEO, whatever you want to call her,
Mm-hmm.
because her son was Biden. After they got rid of her, that's when they implemented this rule. That's when we woke up one day and everything was a draw.
Mm-hmm.
you know which honestly it stopped some bots. The whole draw thing stopped some bots. But the draw happened ever since they got rid of her. And recently when they shock dropped the Jordan 11 Cool Gray, we noticed that they brought back the first come first serve. So I don't know if this first come first serve is gonna be here to stay permanently, or the first come first serve is just a thing they did because of a shock drop.
Yeah.
But really things are changing in that way with Nike even. It's like they first are doing the draw and then all of a sudden they're going back to first come first serve. So you know they are still trying to battle these bots, and they're still trying to battle people that might be going after more than one. So things have changed even in the Nike department,
Yeah.
which is fascinating. Things are really going. I don't want to say if it's up and up or down. You know what I mean. We
Yeah.
will find out
I
once
think it's
this
too early to
change.
say. It's too
Yeah,
early to say. I think there's still some element of them trying to figure it out as well. They've been put in a interesting predicament to figure out how to best deliver its product to its consumers in a way that's fair, safe, and consistent and reliable.
yeah,
That's a very very complicated equation to solve.
yeah.
They have a lot of money behind trying to figure out this equation, but I expect Nike to figure it out.
Hopefully they figure it out.
I don't think this is I don't think this is the end of the process. Like I don't think they've anywhere close to figuring out a perfect system anyway. So I think this is just one of the one of few of many future tests that they'll probably potentially do. You know, I don't think they'll. Well, I think they'll eventually find something consistent. But I could definitely see them experiment with the different ways. Because I think it adds to the game.
Yeah,
You know, just think every year you come out with a new Madden, a new 2K. It's still basketball, it's still football, but
and it
it get
keeps the game from being overpopulated.
yes, every year it gets harder, it gets different. There's a different something you gotta learn. There's but it's still the same game. Like the end goal is still to win, just as in the shoe game is always to get the shoe. So
Mm-hmm.
so the game will change. Stay versatile, stay aware, stay awake, stay woke,
Stay woke.
and just try to adapt, try to roll with the punches.
Yes,
Try to beat them at the game they put in front of you.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So my last point, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the most important point to me because people talk about this, and some people love it, some people hate it. But, but I have my own personal opinion about it, and I would like to stay out of it with my opinion. But we're gonna talk about it
Mm-hmm.
because botting has been going on for years,
Yeah.
years and years and years.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, because people were stuck at home, we saw the bot market, oh my goodness, spike. It spiked almost as big as the sneaker market. Okay. And people were getting more acclimated to the bot. People, a lot of more people were getting bots. The bots, it became clogged, like everybody had one. And at the time, it seemed like a good idea because the bots will order shoes and it comes to your home. And then all of a sudden, now we're seeing the decline of bots. And I'm not saying it's the death of bots or whatever it may be, but bots is looking so, it's been looked so down on. We got companies like Finish Line that implemented a whole change to their website, to their app to stop bots. We're hearing about the federal government actually thinking about implementing a whole new rule, a whole new law to stop bots. So, with that being said, the bot market has went from being high up there and been looked up to and being used by many people to now people in the botting industry, people that bot don't know what's next. Like it's
Yeah.
the way the sneaker game is going, the way they are preventing bots, the way it's like the prices for bots have plummeted, and more people have tried to stay away from botting. People selling their bot. I'm telling you, the prices for bot went down more than half.
Yeah.
And there's still people investing. There's still people using them. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it was pre or post pandemic.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, they said it was going good, but they said even before the pandemic, when people were using it, but not everybody knew about it,
Mm-hmm.
that bots were easier. And during pandemic, it was still easy, but it was getting a little bit more complicated. And then up until maybe 2 3 months ago, it just become a poop show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's some factors to look at when it comes to it that factor in. I definitely think that once you have these companies, um, because it well, okay. So first I start with it's fourth quarter. I can definitely see a lot of companies around this time or a few weeks ago, or maybe even close to the end of the third, starting to assess that do their company assessments where they start to look at you know what happened this year, and then you look into things like how well did our cybersecurity hold up to threats. How did we you know how do we fare in the battle against theft and anything that might have happened. And so I think they can, in those investigations, they see patterns, they see whatever. And just like any algorithm, you know or any detective, they or just like any algorithm, you want to try to figure out how to get the best results. So they see those things, they see who's beating the algorithm, and they try to combat it. And I think they have their reasons. That brings me to the point where it's like, because we thought about this, we've seen discussions about this where like you have like sellouts of different essentials online. Like I remember very like right when the pandemic started up, everything went sold out online. Everything essential, water, paper towels, tissue, everything online essentially. and I granted, I'm sure there was a lot of people like not abusing it, but there were definitely a few people in there that were abusing it. That were, finding however way they can to get like however much they were trying to get, for whatever purposes. We don't know, you know, why they would want to get this stuff. Well, we can imagine, but let's not speculate just for the sake of argument. But it's I could definitely see where companies can be like, okay, this may be something we may have to combat. And then you got to think there's definitely a lot more time on companies' hands.
I mean, they've been talking about it for years, but all of a sudden, it seems like I think the pandemic let them see that it was becoming inflation of barters. Like, they were sending 100 items to one address.
Yes.
You know,
And I feel like it's those irregularities that trigger trigger something to be like, hey, let's look into this over here. Let's look see what this is. And
it's
like
greed.
yeah, it's definitely greed. It's definitely greed.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, the last point was the bot, and not that I put it last because it's the most important, but right now the bots are the most affecting factor in the sneaker buying industry right now, to the point that collectors are reaching out to people that have bots to run slots for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wanted to touch that last. So everybody, we have mentioned some of the changes that we feel as being implemented with purchasing sneakers. In the comment section, if we missed anything, if you feel like we missed anything about what changes has been happening in the sneaker world, purchasing wise, buying and selling wise, you could even discuss selling if you want. Please let us know. Because we're trying to see these changes, see where the changes take us, or where he doesn't take us. See how it affects our daily drip. So, if you have anything else you want to like inform us about the changes, or if you hear any news concerning any change, just make a comment, inbox us, whatever it may be. Just let us know. But again, we are happy to make it to episode 4.
Yes, we made it episode 4, y'all.
Kind of quiet today, kind of out of it today, at least for me on my side, but we made it.
Yeah, we
We
made
talked
it.
about the changes in sneaker reselling.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to hold the mic.
You want to hold the mic like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try because I want to sit back a little bit, man. Sit back a little
We need
bit.
to get you a stand. I think that's what we need.
Yeah, I gotta get a stand, man. I gotta
Yeah,
get a stand, but it's all good.
it's all good. We gonna make it pop off any way we have to.
Yeah.
But again, we are finishing up for today. Thank you for coming to check us out on episode 4. If you haven't like, comment, thumbs up, follow us, all that good stuff. Again, Sneak Show is out. Thank you, and see you next week.
Yes, yes. It was nice. Yeah, it's always nice. We building it. Um, as we go, definitely add on, like you were saying. Yeah, and we gonna close out. This is Quan, Zwa, and you know, Sneak Show out.
Sneak Show out.